Mark, it's your first loss in charge of United Women. Give us your initial thoughts on that.
I thought that we were naive in moments as a group. I thought that we played into the hands of the counter-attacking style that Chelsea had, and that was probably against the plan that we were trying to look at. And Chelsea are ruthless in the box, and so we gave them too many good opportunities to score, and we'd put ourselves in that trouble. So the results, the negative. The parts of the performance are that we can go toe-to-toe in the middle of the park. Now we need to make sure that we sharpen up in both boxes to then be a lot closer to where we want ourselves than we aspire to be.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but do you learn more about your team from a loss like this today?
Always. And it might seem that my energy looks like I'm okay with that. That's not my persona. My persona is that when you take a loss like that, you use it as energy to get things right, to know the direction, to set the direction and be a leader. And so that's my job. I'm the leader of this group, and I will make sure that I now look at everything that we need to do to step closer, but you don't know until you know. And unfortunately we've been on the end of a really terrible result, but performance-wise there are a lot of good things that we need to take and then be ruthless in the boxes, and we need to be better at that.
Yeah, because it's important, isn't it, not to be too emotional about just one loss. It's a long season, and there's plenty we can learn from today.
People will be upset at the nature of the loss because of the goal difference. But when you isolate, and if we take the emotion for a second out and isolate the goals, a lot of them are stoppable. And that's where we have to learn, because then those games are tighter, and top end games are always tight. So we need to make sure we put ourselves in that position where I go, right, we know this is how we play against these opponents. So I've learned that, and I will continue to learn that as we go throughout this season, to get a gauge of exactly where we're at, while we're still pushing and directing the way that we want to go.
One real positive today was Alessia. She came on, scored, hit the bar. You know, she's really working her way back to full fitness.
She is, and I think that's important, that once Alessia's ready and to go, well, she's going to be unleashed. And it's brilliant that we got that at time to get her on the field today, because we know she's wonderful. We know she has that wonderful ability. But it's just making sure that we keep her in the same place so that she can do that for 90. And we're growing. And she's a wonderful, wonderful talent who will score lots of goals for us because of the way that she plays.
We've got a week now training before we go back to your old club, Birmingham City. It's an opportunity to bounce back and put these things right, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And look, it'll be a different game. It'll be a totally different game. We need to make sure that we're ruthless in both zones. And I think that we have to, that's what I'm talking about. I will isolate the game and focus what we need to do in that game. Now I've got the Chelsea one, and our group have got that as we play under our belt. We can understand exactly what we need to do in order to fix that the next time we play and get closer and closer and closer. The team like Manchester United, because we are thirsty for that continue and that success, we have to know that we have to put the foundations in place to be that team for a long time, rather than a flash in the pan. And that's my job, is to build the process so this team becomes that team for a consistent period of time. That's what we'll focus on.
Just finally then, the fans, they supported us throughout the game, chanted your name right to the end. They were incredible, weren't they?
They were magnificent. They're magnificent. And again, if you're a true fan, you've been through highs, lows, indifferences. Manchester United, the teams put themselves in a wonderful place because, you know, there's a lot of success that happens over the years, but we know we're building something here. And so the fans, to come along on that journey, they'll see it right from its inception all the way through. So they've grown from its inception. That not many fans can say they've done that. So, because Manchester United men, a lot of them, when they first started supporting, are not alive anymore. That's how long the history is. But 3 years you can get right behind us as we grow along. We'll make mistakes. We'll take losses. But it's how we grow and how you see us grow, because you're the part of it. And that's the most important thing for me.
Mark, thank you.
Thank you.